Hey guys, Ash here again at Flight Sim Reviews, and today I wanted to start my review on another great simulator known as Rise of Flight from 777 Studios. This is a little older title. It was released in June of 2009, but it is just an absolutely fabulous title, and it definitely deserves a review. If you haven't purchased this program in the past, and you like World War I flight sims that are a lot in the vein of old classics like Blue Max, Red Baron, and other greats like that, you won't be disappointed with Rise of Flight. I'm going to stay with my format of first showing you the menus and the options and then doing a flight portion of the review. Takes a little longer, but I hope it gives my viewers a lot better idea of what they would purchase if they got the product. There's a lot of websites where you can get a 5-minute review. I just am trying to answer more questions that the flight simulator community might have before you spend your hard-earned money on an unknown product. First off, I want to talk about 777 Studios. They're a Russian developer. Rise of Flight came out of a project to build an add-on for IL-2 Sturmovik, as most people know that simulator. I flew that on online multiplayer for many, many years. Great simulator there. Rise of Flight became its own title with its own developer later on. It's just an absolutely fantastic studio, and I want to give a shout out to them just because personally I want to thank them, and I want to give all you guys the idea that and let you know that 777 Studios is just one of the best studio developers out there, period. They really care about the flight simulator community. They're great at keeping in touch. They're great at keeping informed. When I needed support on the product, I was, immediately emailed back with answers and how to fix things. I only had one problem, and it was actually on my end. So that being said, they've just been a really great company to deal with. The simulator may have come out in June of 2009, but to be frank, it just doesn't matter. The simulator is constantly updated with new campaigns, new aircraft. Most of the aircraft are DLC. The version I'm reviewing today is the Iron Cross edition, which came out a little later. But most of the aircraft, their flight simulator comes with quite a few aircraft out of the box, and I'll be showing you those. But if you want more aircraft to satisfy your World War I combat needs, or you just like certain aircraft from the era, 777 Studios does have a lot of aircraft for download. They're very reasonably priced, and I've seen them have a lot of sales. You can usually get I've seen 10 or 15 aircraft for maybe $1 a piece. It's just on sale. So it's been really great. The DLC is not prohibitively expensive in any way. You could buy probably all the DLC for what you have in the game. So anyways, that aside, I just wanted to point that out to my viewers. Secondly, I want to show you the menu system and the launcher. This is the launcher to Rise of Flight. It's a great launcher. You have several tabs. This will take you right to the forums, the store for add-on aircraft, your manual, useful material, and leaderboards for multiplayer. And as I said previously, guys, this thing is just constantly updated. You can see right here, pre-order weapon mods. This aircraft's in progress. This aircraft is in the final stage of testing. This is the last update they released 2 months ago or a month ago, and their development plans for this year. So as you guys can see, this product is just constantly being updated, and don't feel like, oh, they're fixing problems. Yeah, the game had a few bugs when it came out. They are just adding more content constantly, guys. So it's just kind of an ever-evolving World War I simulator. So next, we'll go to the graphics tab. Of course, you have your standard resolution and VSync stuff. But this sim gives you a lot of control over what it looks like. You've got post effects, high dynamic range lighting, super sampling, bloom, raindrops, high contrast. Just a lot of stuff like that. It has a very handy video memory usage feature right here. So you can see if you're going to choke out your video card VRAM basically with your settings. Of course, this can't tell you that your video card will run these settings. It's just saying this is how much VRAM you're going to chew up. Quality settings, you have a lot of options here, guys. I really think even if you have a mid-range rig or lower end, you can get this game turned down far enough that you can play it smoothly and enjoy it. If you have a rocking system, then by all means turn everything up and I just can't say enough about this sim, guys. It looks really great. It is definitely one of the best looking sims on the market today, especially for a World War I sim. Everything looks great, and I'll be showing you more of that in the flight portion. Anti-aliasing, gamma, brightness, landscape mesh quality, objects visibility, draw distance, essentially. And it is multi-GPU compatible. So if you are running SLI or Crossfire, this game is compatible and can use both your graphics cards. So nice feature there. You can change your language. If you're watching my video, you most likely speak English, but if you speak another first language, you can go ahead and flip it over. There's quite a few. There's French, German, and Espanol, and one with a bunch of question marks. I'm guessing that might be Japanese. Sound counts. Most times I don't show a sound tab in the options because usually it's just a bunch of volume sliders. Not here. Rise of Flight has just a fantastic sound package, guys. From the wind rippling over the wings to the engine, kicking over. When you're loading the aircraft under G-stress, stuff like that, you can hear the aircraft creaking and groaning and the wood, bending and all. It just has this wonderful, fantastic sound package that really has to be heard to be enjoyed and to be appreciated. So the only reason this is probably in here is sound. If you don't have a sound card, can chew up your CPU pretty hard. So if you're marginal on your CPU to run the game, you probably won't want to run 128 sound cards counts. But if you can get away with it, by all means do it. This is a lot of control in how your view works in game. How your hat switch on your joystick essentially reacts. You can do snap mode and a pan mode. You can customize both those to your liking, and I'd like to point out the sim is TrackIR compatible. There's a network tab, but that's just for multiplayer and such. You probably won't ever even have to mess with that, I imagine. So anyways, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and fire up the game, and let's check out the in-game menus. Alrighty, guys, this is the main menu of Rise of Flight. As you can see on this main pane in the game here, you can organize your medals that you get for beating missions, successfully kills, completing training, all sorts of things give you medals in this game. So, and you can kind of display them here and move them around and keep track of them. So that's kind of cool feature. Kind of like achievements, I guess. There's no real point system, but it's still cool to have. First, let's go into quick mission. This is really what reminds me kind of more like when I was growing up and playing Blue Max and Red Baron, that kind of start in the air and have a dogfight type gameplay. I use Quick Mission Generator a lot just because it's fun to hop into, get some kills, and hop out of if you don't have a lot of time to fly a full mission. These missions can in the campaign, and we'll get to that. They can be pretty long. So if you don't have a ton of time, this is a fun way to just hop in and hop out. So anyways, you basically have a European map here, different areas, so on and so forth, and then you have your different flights. So right here, this would be my flight. 3 aircraft, SPAD 13 C1s. Here's the airplanes, guys, that come with the sim. You've got the Albatross DVA, Fokker DR1, Fokker D7. You get the Newport 17, 28, SPAD 13, Sopwith Camel, SE5A, and there's a couple others that you do get now with the sim. So the rest of these planes are DLC. You'll see the little tags next to them. That means you can download them for a fee. So, but the game does have a great selection just out of the box. To master just the planes they give you, you're going to be playing this game for quite some time. So even though it may look like you didn't get a lot of planes, I promise you, the first time you try and take off in a different plane and you crash and burn 5 times just trying to get it off the ground, you'll have a newfound respect for the planes they've put in. And the attention to detail here is just mind-blowing, from the cockpits to the aircraft modeling. It's just incredible. So anyways, you can set your AI, whether it's novice to ace status, what formation you'll be flying in, and of course you can change your loadout, something you would see more in a modern sim. 7.69 mil, ammo, and how many rounds. And this would be 220-pound bombs. So you can set your flight up the way you want. These are allies in the blue here and enemies in the red. So the enemy here would be the Fokker D7, and they would be obviously novice setting, and they're going to be in a left edge formation with whatever loadout I give them. Also, you can change your altitude you would be engaging at, so if you get up higher, you can give yourself a little bit of altitude advantage, and you can also change whether you're face-to-face, in pursuit, escape, or sight each other. So nice features there. You can change the time of day. You can change the cloud altitude, how much wind, how much turbulence, and your weather. There's a lot of different weather settings: heavy, overcast, rain, so on and so forth. And let me tell you, with these World War I planes, it makes a world of difference. Just 5 or 10 knots of crosswind, it's a whole nother animal flying these aircraft. So there's just a lot to play with in this sim, and you get a lot of reaction out of the airframes too, which is really nice. Of course, I play a lot of FSX. You guys know that if you've watched my channel. And FSX sometimes doesn't react to the weather. The sim does react to the weather. You can put in AAA, armor, artillery, balloons, etc., as targets. You can put in ground targets, all sorts of things. So it's just a quick mission editor, essentially. Mission, this is how you can get into fly now scenarios by aircraft. So these are the aircraft that come with the sim. You can just do a fly now with any aircraft, and then there's different scenarios with different aircraft. So I'll leave those so you can experience them. Campaigns. These are the campaigns that come with the sim, Hat in the Ring, there's a training, and Du Deutsch nicht, I believe. I don't speak German, so if I just murdered that, sorry German viewers. It wasn't intentional. This is a new campaign that is for download. So if you get through these, which will take you quite some time, you'll be spending a lot of time with this sim just to get through one of these campaigns and be proficient enough to live through the dogfight, fly home, and land without wrecking up your aircraft. So plenty of content there. I always feel that sometimes when people see DLC, they think, oh, part of the game was held back from me. This game, just with what it comes with out of the box, is 2 or 3 flight sims worth of content. So that's definitely not the case here. Career, there's my name. Anyways, that will show all your kills, what planes you've flown, how long, etc. There won't be much in there, unfortunately, due to the fact that I just had to reinstall this, and I've only flown it a couple times again, so since the reinstall. Multiplayer is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to get into a match on multiplayer. It'll automatically load your server, so on and so forth. So as you can see, there's a lot of people playing. This server's almost full. So anyways, there's plenty of people to play with. These would be your flight records and missions. So basically, guys, there's statistics, there's a reference manual in the book for your aircraft with histories, width, weight, fuel, range, just the average stuff you'd want to learn about the aircraft you like. And also the aircraft have different paint schemes in this sim. So if you don't like this, standard paint scheme, you can definitely change it to a paint scheme that would be more of your liking. I want to go into the options in the game. You can actually do flight recording from within the game and keep recordings of your best flights and your coolest kills. That's kind of nice without having to get a third-party, software to do that. Again, you have even more cockpit camera controls that mirror the ones that are in the launcher. Input. I don't have my joystick plugged in right at the moment, but of course your joystick settings will be in there. Controls. There are a lot of controls in this game, but I thankfully can tell you they're easy to set. They're easy to map your joystick in this game, and this game automatically has profiles for your joystick that work great. There's a lot of flight sims, I swear, it's just impossible to get everything mapped, and it's confusing. Not so in this game. This game's very, very clear on what you're mapping to what button. Pitch, roll, autopilot, just stuff like cockpit lights, just simple stuff, not you know, setting your FLIR to slew up under, whatever mode. It's much more simple. If you don't like quite how a plane's handling and you're unhappy with how your stick is playing with the plane, be unhappy no more. This game has a full axis curve system of being able to control your joystick and how it works in the sim. So if you feel like, whoa, this plane's got way too much elevator control, which if it does, then that's probably true to the aircraft in the simulator. But if it's just not flying the way you want it with your hardware that you fly with, your pedals, your stick, you can definitely get in here and tinker. So and you can set each aircraft roll curves, essentially everything per aircraft. So that's just very nice. I don't know of a lot of games that let you do that without getting into a CFG file. Again, video, you can adjust it from within the game, and audio. So not much to see there. I did mention earlier it's TrackIR supported. TrackIR works great in this game. I'm glad it's supported. Next up, guys, I'll be giving you a review of the flight portions of this game. Handling of the aircraft. I'll probably just do a simple flight around and let you see just how great the attention to detail is in this game, because it is just absolutely fantastic. So that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you stay tuned for part 2 of my Rise of Flight review, and I hope you stay tuned for more flight sim reviews. Thanks again, guys.